a Hall of Famer. They sent you something from Milwaukee.
I'll take that.
Michelle Beto, our captain, is in the building. Mr. Big Shot is here. And I know we at work and all, but I'm hungry.
Ooh!
Paul brought us food today.
Oh, wow.
No, Paul, you can't have any.
So while we're doing this segment, insert whatever stereotype you want. I love chicken. We all do. So
You know how I love chicken. Oh, that's not the stereotype?
Paul actually made a compelling case that Enes Kanter is better than Steven Adams.
Well, first off, Steven Adams is out the playoffs.
Right.
And Enes Kanter is still in the playoffs putting up monster double-doubles. First off, I think Steven Adams' defense is overrated.
Okay. It's a hard word, but okay.
I know y'all know Enes Kanter is not a defensive player.
Correct. At all.
At all. Not in the pick and roll, one-on-one, but neither is Steven Adams. I think everything, you look at his size, you like his build, he looks like a tough guy, but he plays no defense. Every center in the league gets off against Steven Adams. And they may do against Kanter also. When they played together in Oklahoma City, Enes Kanter was the better player. He put up better numbers. Off the bench.
One was starting and
One was starting, one was off the bench, but one was more productive.
What you got?
Enes Kanter is a more productive player than Steven Adams.
I'm an impact guy.
Okay, impact.
I think that Enes Kanter is a really good backup big. I really do.
On a good team.
But he's a backup big. I think Steven Adams is absolutely a starter. Period.
He doesn't block shots.
With you.
He can't guard one-on-one. He's not good in the pick and roll.
I disagree that he's a bad defender, that you say he's a very bad defender. I'm not saying that he's a defensive stopper, but he has a presence.
What kind of
down
presence?
There?
He looked like Aquaman?
No.
What kind of presents?
Not a visual.
Some Christmas presents. He got some Christmas presents in that phone, so he give it out. Yeah.
I got to ask who you guys are taking right now. Who are you taking right now as the greatest of all time between Beyonce and Janet Jackson?
Beyonce
all day. Greatest of all time.
The voice is much better.
Beyonce,
and I respect the game.
But as far as performance, they neck and neck. And we talking about performance with the dancing.
Pleasure, principle, control.
The dancing, they neck and neck. I can't give
dancing,
one other than
I'll give you.
True.
I'll give you that, the dancing. But I'm talking overall. I think Beyonce is the greatest that's ever done it.
Performer.
Greatest what?
Woman.
Performer? Greatest performer
Period.
of all time?
Overall, singing, performing, making all that. Overall,
Just
she's
everything.
the best woman artist that I've seen.
But you gotta understand in this day and time.
But I haven't seen
like
some
she's
people.
awesome. Everything
fair.
is more magnified in this day and age because of social media, because of visibility.
You can go back and listen
because
to
of
other people.
Fashion and style, everything is more amplified because of that than it was back then. But I'm an old school guy. And a lot of things go neck and neck. You know, I try to see things in black and white sometime, or see things watch it without the volume. And she's neck and neck with Janet's first performance.
What about overall?
The voice
Overall,
is Beyonce.
the voice is Beyonce. She
Voice
has
is
a lot more
Beyonce.
Can't even argue
without
that.
a doubt.
A lot of people in the NBA going into the season would have loved to have Anthony Davis and or Kyrie Irving in Boston on their rosters.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Shot, what are your thoughts as it relates to those two gentlemen?
Well, it's so funny. As we got to the deadline this year, I said that the Boston Celtics should trade Kyrie, try as hard as they could to trade Kyrie for Anthony Davis. Put him in. I got a feeling that if they had Anthony Davis
got
and
it
not
done.
Kyrie, they would still be
You
playing
think so?
basketball.
Against the Griffin,
Yeah.
that would have been a match
Yeah.
up.
I
Yes,
think
I do.
this is what I don't understand about the Celtics.
First of all, they wouldn't have been playing them.
That's fair. That is fair. They would not have been the
second
8th
round.
seed.
They would have jumped up.
So here's what I understand. Like, most teams would kill to have the opportunity to have already lived the version that you're testing out. So, for example, okay, so this Kyrie thing, he's not meshing well with our young guys, right? I wonder what it would be like if he wasn't here. Okay, so we know that. It was last season and they went far. They had both versions of that team. They knew what both versions could be, and they still kept Kyrie. And that's what I don't understand. I think we fall in love with the name value on a piece of paper. Obviously, he's a superstar, but that doesn't always mean it's going to work. And I think that's what the Celtics ended up doing. I think a lot of teams end up doing that, but most recently they did.
Well, one of us has our jersey hanging up in Boston, so What are your thoughts, Paul? You think Kyrie's going to
think-
stay or go? What happened to your squad?
That's a tough one right there. I think a lot of things went wrong. I think a lot of it doesn't have to be put on Kyrie's shoulder. You know, you got to put some accountability on coaching staff also.
Preach.
Absolutely.
You know,
Last
because
year
it's
we
their
were saying
job-
that he was the greatest.
Well, it's their job to, you know, put them in positions to, you know, make the chemistry on the court work, make everybody happy, as many people as you can. And it just seemed like too many times there was inconsistency in roles.
So that's another episode of Off the Clock. Leave your comments below.
Don't.